Welcome to Easy to Learn. Let's learn C in an animated way. In our earlier video, we have seen the introduction of arrays. In this video, let's learn types of arrays. Here, we are going to discuss about one-dimensional arrays. What is a one-dimensional array? An array which consists of either a single row or single column, then the array is called as single-dimensional arrays. What is the syntax of single-dimensional array? It consists of a data type, space, array name, within brackets the size of the array. Let's consider an example. Here, the int is the data type, whereas marks is the array name and 5 is the size of array. Let's discuss with an example program. Here, the program is to read 10 elements and to print 10 elements. So the array declaration here in this program is int x of 10. Int is the data type, x is the name of the array and 10 is nothing but the size of the array. The first for loop helps to read all the 10 elements, whereas the second for loop in this program helps to print all the read 10 elements. So this is all about one-dimensional arrays. Thank you. The screen here shows the Easy to Learn editor. Using this editor, you can execute C programs, C++ and Java programs. For every topic in C, you will find n number of programs. Whereas in this video, let's see a sample program related to one-dimensional array, where the program shown here will help to read and print the elements of one-dimensional array. Initially, #include stdio.h is an header file, and we actually move on to the main function int and enter into the program to execute. Here we have declared, in this program it has declared array of 10, that is the array size is of 10 elements using an integer type. Within that program, we have two more functions called as read array and print array. So when it starts read array, the control moves on to the original function of read array. So what does this void read array statement will do in the sense, using the statements inside the function, it actually reads the elements of an array. Here, the I is initialized to 0. So the array reads from 0. Using a printf statement, we are asking to enter the elements and then followed by the for loop to actually read 10 elements of an array. After the for loop condition becomes false, that is, if I is not less than the size, that is, the size of the array is 10. If it is less than the size, then it keeps reading. When this condition becomes false, then the for loop gets exited. So next statement from our main function need to be executed. So here it calls the next function called as print array. The control moves to void print array function. What does this particular function does? So whatever is read using the read array function will be printed using the print array function here for the same 10 values of an array. So using the for loop for 10 elements, it keeps printing in the output screen. Now let's execute it and see. So the code is being running. So basically, the array size is 10. We'll have to keep giving the 10 elements. So here, at the 0th position of the array, the value which we have given 1 is printed. At the next position, 2 is printed. And the next position, 3 is printed. So, for 10 elements, it is printing the values whichever we have entered. This ends the program execution for one-dimensional array. The screen shows the easy-to-learn editor. Using easy-to-learn editor, you can execute C, C++, and Java programs. For every single language, we have n number of subtopics, whereas for every subtopic, you could find n number of sample programs, which helps you to learn the concepts very easy. So here, let's go and check an example program for one-dimensional array program to calculate sum product of all elements. So the program starts with a header file #include stdio.h as usual, and then the main control program with int main function is starting. Within the function, it has declared a one-dimensional array of size 10. That is, it can consider an array elements of 10. We have also declared using the integer data type sum, product, and I. In the first step, it actually needs to read array elements, that is 10 elements. Using for loop, we are trying to read and scan, that is, get the 10 array elements. After getting the 10 array elements, it calculates the sum and product. And once again, for 10 elements, it calculates the sum using the formula sum plus array of I, and product using the formula product is equal to product into array of I. So array of I, whenever it is being executed, it considers 10 elements which is already read using the earlier function. And finally, it prints using the printf statement the sum and product. Let's execute and see. So here we have given the 10 elements of array as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So for these 10 elements, it calculates the sum and the product. Let's execute the code and see. So here, the sum for the 10 elements we entered is 55, and the product of the array is 3628800. This concludes the program to calculate sum product of all elements using one-dimensional array.